Alright everyone, welcome to a very special video here on the Corey B MTG YouTube channel. Today we're going to be playing ourselves a little standard, and yes, we are playing the big bad of the format, and we're going to be running through a trophy match. Yeah, you notice we're not on Arena, as I love to bring you all my trophy matches. And I honestly have not played that many leagues on Magic Online as well, as I like to play standard on Arena. Most of the time it's much smoother, but for this, I wanted to get a little testing on Magic Online because I was playing these last chance qualifiers, trying to get into those final MOX events. Now, I ended up only going 1-1 in my last chance qualifier, so no playing in one of those big boy tournaments, but we are 4-0, and I think we've only lost one game in this league, so we're going to be playing ourselves the trophy match. And this isn't exactly the version of Izzet Cauldron that I would recommend. This is a, heavily teched version. Not even heavily teched. There's some change. I maybe changed like 4 cards to the version I would bring to a RCQ or a Spotlight event in my current updated list. And you can find that below. I should have my article and sideboard guide done by now, so that should be in the description. If not, I'll put the updated list down there so you can see that if you're interested in playing in any of those big events. But still loving this deck. I mean, it is by far and away the best thing you can be doing in Standard. I think if you're playing the Spotlight series, this should be your deck, or you should have a very, very good plan against it and a very good reason to not play it. This is Team or Breach level. It's that good. It's a clear best deck. It's got a clear target on its head when it comes to late November, all that kind of stuff. So, phenomenal deck. We're just going to dive right in. So, let's play. Let's see. We got to check our trophy match. Yes, let's play our 4-0 trophy match. Let's see how many games we have actually lost. I know we were doing quite good. Yeah, I think I lost the very first game of this league. And then I have ran 8 games in a row. And it's feeling pretty good, so let's battle. Trophy time. Let's get this 5-0. And this isn't a great start to get our 5-0, as we got to take a mulligan here. Let me resize that a little bit. Yeah, 1 land. On the draw, maybe we could consider it, because we are pretty close to doing the thing, but on the play, not a decision at all. Our deck is far too good to be keeping super sketchy hands like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a good sketchy hand every once in a while, but we're going to get rid of the island here. It's between island and Soulstone Sanctuary, and I think I'd rather get rid of that. We're going to play the mountain to put the fear in them that we have Torch, and maybe they play around it, but, 90% not. All right, so not a mirror. I did not play a single mirror in this 5 matches. Or the 2 matches I played for the LCQ as well. I think people are very much on the, I don't want to play this deck mode, which, I get it. It's annoying. But I actually just enjoy playing the deck too. And, hey, maybe that's why I'm one of the few still bringing you Cauldron content, as I just find it fun. Okay, so this must be Yuna? Maybe not. It's something. That's a Ureni. Okay. Yuna does not bring that back, so I don't know what the hell. Oh, this is the Kona deck. Okay. This is indeed the Kona deck, which can be a problem. Brought back the big creature. I can't kill anything. And let's go from there. So I just want to try to get pressure going, plus get Vivi in the yard. So the best way to do that is either Light Shatter or discard these 2. Or Steam Core, discard this and something else. It's really how much pressure do I want to get? And how much do I want to hang on to a Braid? And I think I do want to hang on to all of them because that's how they beat me. So let's discard 2 and go with land and Vivi, I guess. Okay, I don't feel great about it. If that was an untapped land, I don't think I'd do that because Prof's next turn and then hold open a Braid could be good. But, I don't have to hold up a Braid unless they either play a vehicle or a Kona, you know, but they can't do that. So I guess or a mana accelerant, because if they were to put this land into play, yeah, or that. So that does count. So now if they have Kona, it's good to go. All right. So I have to leave up 2 mana basically from here on out, which is not ideal. When they get back? Oh, chooses that artifact. So yeah, they're just going to play that. Dang it. They're just going to play that if I don't leave mana open. I feel like this is a spot where I should try to risk it a bit. I lose the game on the spot if I'm wrong, but do I have the luxury of playing around it? If I play profs and draw land, great. If I play profs, don't draw land, at least I put myself in a position to get aggressive. But I'm also preventing myself from being able to just draw Agatha's Soul Cauldron next turn and completely pop off. So I think I should be playing defensive here, even though it pains me. Because they're just going to play that vehicle, and then I'm not going to have anything I want to do. It's pretty obvious what I have. But hey, maybe they still go Kona. That would be sweet. That makes me feel bad. I mean, obviously they could have had the 4th land, but... Okay. Guess I can kill that right away. And I probably should. It's a pretty cool combo. OTJ did that kind of shenanigans. So let's do this. Maybe they think, hey, that's your only piece of removal. And we'll find out. Okay, now we are going to play the profs. Getting FOMO into play to I mean, it's still just not going to be lethal by any means. So now this Abrade will be reserved for Kona, but still I have to leave it open. They can Wile E. Coyote it up over and over, but now I have to wait for the big bad. At least it's a time walk whenever they do it. There it is. All right, now we got to go ham to try to overpower their deck, which is possible. We are the most powerful thing in Standard. We are the one who knocks. Ooh, that's pretty good. I think I needed that. Ooh, I think I needed that too. Okay. Well, it's a little awkward, of course, but I think I just have to play a dry Tersa here. So let's start with the Cauldron. Guess I have to play Tersa first. Then I can't leave up mana no matter what, even if I find something. So that or discard Tersa. That feels kind of bad. So I'm going to have 7 mana. All right, well, I think I need to try to pop off. Here's a VV. I'd rather have this body in play. All right, let's go red, red, blue, blue, FOMO. Anything? We take those. We are doing it. Wow. Did I play a land? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. But damn, I would have been able to interact one more time. I wonder if I could have did this differently, maybe. I mean, now I kind of have to discard the torch. Yeah, I mean, otherwise I discard both, so... Unless I wanted the land in the yard. Yeah, I guess that would have not worked out the best. So, okay. Now I don't need mana, so I might as well deal some damage. What does Ureni even do? Deal damage equal to the number of lands? I need to Google this real quick. Because it's probably going to come into play. And I need to be able to beat it. So, Ureni... I don't know if I can, of course. It has a lot of good keywords. Alright, deals X damage, where X is the number of land you control, plus it's flying and protection from white and black. So it's not protection from blue, so if I get this big, that's probably my best bet. I don't even know how big it is, but it's not big enough. Here's 11. And we'll just say go, and then we're going to lose a lot of stuff. I guess maybe... No, my FOMO isn't even ready to go, so... Here it comes. Gotta think maybe I screwed up somewhere if that tort... I mean, I guess I just couldn't have kept it in any way, so... I don't know. Feels like I screwed up, but I probably didn't. Here's your Ureni. That's 6 damage. Can kill 2 of these things. And I can for sure get in for 7. Oh, I need to draw. Wait, if there's a creature, I can get in for 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless they kill this. Yeah, damn it. If they kill Tursa and Scholar, then I do not have lethal. Then I'm 1 short. Okay, now I have lethal. Okay, well, I'm going to go for it. Definitely going to go for it. I'm going to play all the things. Red, 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 red. Blue, blue, blue. Tursa. Keep the bigger one. Discard a card. A FOMO. The old Quantum Tickler, eh? Do I need to play this? Not really. Let's warp it. I've drawn quite well this game. And the hits keep coming. Okay, 4 more. Blue, blue, red, red. Oops, didn't mean to use both blue there, but whatever. Draws 2. There's the Quantum Riddler at work, y'all. All right. Boom. Creature card or 2 cards. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame y'all. I mean, look what... I mean, I was about to draw like 18 more cards or something. I drew well, don't get me wrong. That was the higher end of my draws when I was hellbent, but it's the deck, y'all. The deck's busted. Okay, so I got to deal with Konas and Voice of Victories. I might bring that back in, but we'll see. But Abrade seems great. Spell Pierces are bad. Disdainful Strokes seem good. The Quantum Ticklers seem okay, but nothing amazing. Into the Flood Maw is good enough. Any kind of tempo swing should be fine. I think that's all the removal I want. I think I want my aggression, even though they have Seam Rips. What else am I afraid of from them? Not much. I think I've been starting to like think about take out Quantum Riddlers at times, and then I'm just like, but why? You know, the card is just so good. Maybe something like Stories here I can trim on, which feels wrong, but yeah, let's try that. I don't want to overboard. I'm playing a god deck. My opponent is a mere mortal deck. I'm going to keep. There's nothing amazing about it, though. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Mako into profs, some of the best starts you can have, but we're not doing the thing. So this is a hand that can get completely ripped apart by one seam rip. But that's all right. Our opponent has mulliganed down to 6 magic cards so far, and then they've kept. I do love playing this deck on Magic Online, y'all. I actually really do. I think it's actually easier than playing it on Arena. That's not true for every deck, you know, but this one I think is awesome. Okay, that made our draw quite good. Now we have essentially the nuts. I love that it's like a medium draw and you're 1 card away from the nuts. This into profs, into Tursa is phenomenal. And now they have the way to shut down our thing. It's an interesting draw because profs here is good. And it does draw a card, but Mako into Tursa, does that represent the same amount of damage? It's actually more with Mako, huh? It's 1 more. But it's less mana efficient. And I want to be more mana efficient here. So I'm going to play the profs, but I think it is worth considering. But I'm never into the Flood Mawing, so it's just not worth it. But next turn I might have to into the Flood Maw, so next turn could easily be a Mako, say go, hold up 2 mana, and do a little bouncing. Yeah, now I have to leave it open because they're going to go get Kona. There it is. Not yet. I got to make that play. It's not exciting or flashy. I could cycle, I guess. I'm really playing into a lot of removal spells. Because next turn, Vivi and have this open is pretty decent. Same amount of power, except I draw a card. But I'm more vulnerable to a seam rip. Or if I play this, I'm more vulnerable to like a perilous snare if they try to do that. But then they would lose their vacuum. So there are, you know, reasons to do each. And there is going to be maybe some reason for me to bounce this at some point too. Really close, to be honest. It felt like a slam dunk Mako, but being mana efficient here is not terrible. It's not like it's going to fuel the graveyard by any means, because it's just going to get eaten. So it's all about another threat versus another card. And I'm not dying for interaction, but I am dying for pressure. I mean, I guess I am dying to kill Kona. You know, so, all right, let's do that. Because I really want to kill Kona, these Into the Flood Maws are only going to buy me time. And yeah, this does boost it too, so that's kind of nice. That was less nice. Nothing I could have really done about it, but all right. Yeah, this, I kind of forgot I get 2 counters here. I don't mind this then. That's a big, big creature. So now I could bounce the thing, or I bounce Kona. This time I'm going to bounce Kona, but next time I bet I bounce the Serenium or whatever the hell it's called, because it'll be a creature the following time. But there'll be some risk to that as well, because if I do that and then they play one of those station lands next turn, I'm still wrecked. Yeah, I would be still wrecked. Okay. Oh, maybe I should have bounced this now. I think I'm going to do nothing now, though. Even though it feels bad. I think I have to play Tursa now. Get some damage going. And discard some of these poopy cards. Can't get rid of Vivi yet. And I mean, we're hitting for a lot now. Definitely put it on Tursa. My other creature is far too large. And now we put them under the gun with a Flood Maw available. And you can do your Wily Duke things. Yep, I will allow it. Might be seconds away from our trophy. They could also have like an Ultima or something too, which would be brutal. So now it's a creature, so I don't even have to give them a fish. But yeah, they don't have Kona now. So I feel like they did this wrong. Ah, there's the day. Okay, that checks out. But this has to die. Oh, but this has indestructible. Why does it have indestructible? Other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. Ah, the text on the card. I see. Well, I think I could still bounce this to kill this. Or I could just bounce this. Or I could bounce nothing. Spell Pierce would have been good. Do I care if they get another card? I'm going to do Delirium shit with FOMO and win the game that way if I can. So I think not. Or just with Vivi. Okay. So I could just go Vivi Go. Or we could try to get a little more froggy. Kind of like Vivi Go. I also don't mind FOMO. Could draw it into something. We could start by discarding this. Comes a 3/4. I'm going to discard a land, though, and put some instants in. So I don't think I'm going to have Delirium, so maybe it's not worth it. All right, Vivi Go. This, of course, can go south because, well, we only have one threat. If they just have a get lost, this play is not ideal, but... Oh, yeah. Delirium Dream is gone anyways. I forgot Ghost Vacuum, but I could bounce that if I needed. Maybe I should have Torch for cards like this. And since Torch still hits their Kona instead of into the Flood Mob, but, you know, I don't know. Situational. I feel like I just need to tempo them out and then win with my busted stuff. So I think I still stand by it, but this is one of the all-time hardest decks to sideboard with, though, y'all. And the Mirror is one of the most complex ever. So say what you will about the format, and I'll totally agree. Like, this deck should not be this high percentage of the metagame, you know. This isn't going to be like previous moments where, you know, maybe we let this format breathe or whatever. I'm more on the side of this is a little too powerful. But once again, I don't make the decision, so it doesn't matter what the hell I say. Voice of Victory. Okay. I mean, what can I really do? Yeah, I just got to let that slide. Hope I can win the game. And hope they don't, you know, go land, Kona, gigantic Earl or whatever, or Ureni. I don't know why I always think it's Earl. Yeah, that's a nice play. But there's still a chance I could win the game next turn. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. So let's start with FOMO. Now, if I discard Vivi, Then I at least have 2 creatures, 2 lands. Maybe I can sneak by Delirium if I get something. So let's try it. Oh, I got something. I got something. Okay, so I guess we want to start with Into the Floodmaw. I guess if I brick... So this is the win, but now I need to think, how can I best play around my opponent doing something? And I think it begins with Into the Floodmaw here. Then I don't get to cast this. Like, Get Lost is what they have to have, I would assume, but I could not imagine they would let me untap if they have a Get Lost. That seems foolish. I also couldn't Winter Night Stories, I guess. So I could Floodmaw. I mean, they're not going to flash in a blocker. So I don't need to bounce 2 things, but I could bounce this. All right, we're going to try it. Okay, I think I win now. So let's just go for it. Shoot. I won't have any mana, so I am all in. Doesn't matter how many cards I discard. But I will discard 2. And then we are all in on our VV. Wow, they did have something. Ah. Tragic. Okay, now I guess we see if we get to live. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, okay. Now my Into the Floodmaw play wasn't great. But now the floodgates are open for them. If they have Ureni and Kona, they got it. Yeah, I think their deck is really cool. And I think Kona is a powerful card. Jim Davis, one of my buddies, co-commentator, popularized that deck as far as I saw, you know, with Atraxa and stuff in the last one. Like, I think it's very close to doing some big, big stuff. It's just not in a league like Cauldron, though. You know, that's just the world we're living in when it comes to high-level competitive Magic. Now, having some fun in a league, which is what our opponent is doing, that's exactly where you want to be playing this deck. I'm just the jerk playing the deck to get some reps in on Magic Online. But yeah, it's becoming pretty clear that people don't like this deck. But man, it's kind of beloved by the top tier players, you know? And not in the sense that like they think it's healthy or whatever, but that the games are fun. The games are complex. It's a good mirror match. And yes, of course, it is too good. But that stuff's kind of fun. It kind of reminds me of like fairy mirrors back in the day. That stuff was fun. Uh-oh. Well, now they get whatever they want. So they can have a Ureni or a Velgavoth. Uh-oh. Sacrifice 3 non-land permanents, huh? Okay. All I need is 3 spells. It's not easy, but oh man, it's getting easier. Or I could sack 3. I can actually just bounce this. Oh, I think they're just dead. Okay. I think Ureni would have been better. Oh, they're dead. Ooh, even if they weren't dead, they shouldn't have let me do that, as now I get to do the VV stuff if they weren't dead on the spot. But what do you know? We got there. First league of the new season, first trophy, almost a flawless victory. Deck's insane. It is what it is, y'all. But hey, I've been working on this deck a ton, because honestly, I was playing it before I mean, I knew it was going to be the best deck, but I didn't think it was going to be, like, so fast, you know? It felt like we had more time before people were like, yep, this is it. So I'd been playing this deck a lot. You know, even when the Arena Champ started, I was kind of prepping for that. So I was ready to go. This is a deck where you need to get in some reps. But if you get in the reps, you put in the time, and this kind of magic clicks with you, which it's just my style. These creature combo decks that have this insanely powerful combo draw and then have these like plan B plans. I look back, you know, like if I pull down this green screen behind me where my trophies are, y'all, all of them are those kind of decks. Basically every single one of my trophies, like Copycat Combo, Underworld Breach, you know, all these kind of things like that. It really fits the vibe of the decks I like to play. But yeah, hey, thank you so much for watching this trophy match video, y'all. This deck's amazing. Once again, join the Patreon if you're interested in playing this deck for as long as we can, and get your qualifications in, maybe do well at a spotlight, all this kind of stuff. I should have an article in there by now. You know, to break the fourth wall, I'm writing it after this, but we'll see how much I get done, as I'm also going to hinder tonight. In the lips of an angel. All right, hope I don't get DMC striked here. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, share the video, and chat below. I always love chatting with all of y'all, okay? We'll see you in the next video.